I would now like to invite Mr. Kamal Nath, a dear friend and peer, Chief Executive Officer of Sifi Technologies Limited, to share his perspective on the data center ecosystem and the data center industry. Over to you, Kamal, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sanghi, and CII for the invite and for organizing this summit at such an opportune time. Good afternoon, Shri Subhash Desai, Honorable Minister, Government of Maharashtra, uh, Mr. Tyagarajan, uh, Mr. Rahul Dhar, Mr. Sumit Makhija, and a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries, media, and attendees to the third CII Data Center Blueprint Summit 2021. All of us know, as every speaker is talking about that, the data centers have become an essential part of India's digital ICT ecosystem. Data centers are being consumed in multiple ways with a larger objective of digitalization of organizations for internal and external delivery of services. Pandemic has only been a force multiplier of this transition. Data center industry in India has come a long way, and I don't want to lose this opportunity to share with all of you that's way back 21 years back, SIFI had actually set up the first commercial data center in India, and that too in the top of Vashi railway station. So today we can laugh about that a data center being hosted, and the first one in India hosted, on the top of Vashi railway station. You know the reason for that? The reason was that was the only place where railway station was the only place where uninterrupted power was available those days, 21 years back. And you know how important is data center power for the data center. And I was just thinking that we never know that in the coming days, metro railway station at least, or any railway station, maybe set up near a data center hub coming up in several parts of India. So the railway station may follow the data center. That is becoming the expansion and the importance of data center in India. So if I look back at the evolution of data center industry, right from the days of telcos offering data centers at their point of presence, or cable landing stations, to emergence of data center hubs, the landscape of India data center players have expanded over the last decades. All of us are aware of that. The impact of digitalization, the impact of positive government policies, and of course, not so funny reason, but the impact of pandemic, all three are triggering major consumption and increase in data center capacities. Customers are today looking at data centers as the nerve center of running their business. Hybrid IT, we keep on hearing this every day. Hybrid IT and cloud have become trend of the day. Promises of 5G are expected to drive emergence of a completely new data center segment, which we hear being called as edge data centers. Overall, I guess it's an exciting time for data center hosting service providers like us. And Mumbai has always taken the lead from hosting the first data center in India. Mumbai has today emerged as the data center capital of India. The statistics says whatever statistics I've got, out of approximately 240 megawatt added in the last 3 years, 50% was added in Mumbai. Against a current capacity of 200 megawatt in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai, the capacity is expected to be doubled to 410 megawatt by 2023. The Navi Mumbai region from Airoli to Mahape is the new hotbed for choice of data center location. The factors contributing to growth of Mumbai are very regular ones, but still I want to mention the presence of cable landing station, power availability and stability, dense and reliable fiber network, and last not the least, the friendly government policy. All the major data center providers have set up their data center at Mumbai. Most hyperscale CSPs have made Mumbai their entry point or the base location in India. The success of Mumbai has inspired rest of the country. New data center hubs are emerging in Chennai, NCR, Hyderabad, and of course Bangalore. From an India perspective, against the current capacity of 405 megawatt, the projected capacity is 750 megawatt by 2023. The current number of data centers, we have almost 55 data centers now. And by 2023, the number would be around 80 data centers. You can imagine the kind of growth what is happening. Existing data center campuses like the one which we have in Ravale will actually become mega data center campus with multiple towers in the same campus. And I'm sure there are other leading hosting providers who are following the same path. Most of the leading existing players have increased capacities in Mumbai NCR, Chennai, and Hyderabad. New players have entered the market. Real estate, companies with real estate background, foreign data center companies through acquisition, private equity firms. Almost everybody is showing significant investment interest in the Indian data center market, which is great news for us. Hyperscale cloud players like AWS, officially we know that setting up their own captive data centers. They are doing that in Telangana. From a customer segment of view, when we look from our perspective, we have three distinct kind of customers for our data centers: enterprises, including public sector and government, hyperscale CSPs and the OTT players, and very specialized network nodes as data centers. CFI being an ICT service provider, data center is one of the businesses which we do, but overall we are known in the market as an ICT solutions services provider. We see data center infrastructure and services from multiple perspectives, more from an end customer perspective, what all the end customer would require to consume data center. So besides setting up data centers across multiple cities, we have invested in multiple other areas which we believe are crucial for data center adoption. And some of these areas are like, interconnecting 50 plus data centers across the country to a mesh fiber network. So we have integrated, we have 10 data centers. We have also interconnected 40 more data centers across the country. Coming from a network background, we know we always believed and still believe and continue to believe that network and data center are like twins. Like, you can't access the requirement. The network themselves will undergo transformation because of the requirement of the data access and data centers. Hyperscale cloud nodes at our major data centers. So we have the hyperscale cloud, you can call it Fast Connect, Express Route, and all these different kind of networks natively available in CFI's data center. We have installed internet exchanges at our data center hubs, cable landing stations we have in Mumbai, and of course we are building the metro fiber network. As a result of these, any enterprise who is located in a data center, say like in this case CFI, would be connected to a major hyperscale public cloud securely and at the least latency. So their end customers will be able to access data at the highest speed. Enterprises will be able to seamlessly implement their hybrid cloud and multi-cloud objectives and provide the best end user experience. And at the end of the day, all of us know that it is the end user who need to the happiest person in the room. So currently we have 10 data centers across multiple cities. So Rahul, I noted your point. So we are not building everything in Mumbai. In Mumbai, Noida, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, and Kolkata. So these are the multiple cities where we have data centers, and depending on the need, we are expanding in each of the cities. Our Rabale campus, which currently has 3 operational towers, is being expanded to a total of 8 towers with infrastructure hosting enterprises, hyperscale cloud, build to suit towers for specific customers, internet exchanges, all in one campus. We're also going to roll out we have plan of rolling out 60 edge data centers as and when the 5G gets rolled out in India. We're, of course, like every other data center providers, we are investing in green energy from renewable sources. We target to become carbon neutral within 5 years. So I just want to end by saying that the pandemic reminded us that data center is an essential service. There's no doubt about that. Data center subject matter experts have relentlessly worked to keep services like banking, e-commerce, online education, and other online transactions up and running in the last 2 years, even during complete lockdown. I think as a data center community of service providers, I think we must congratulate each other that everybody, including the cloud providers, we have done a fantastic job, even at the cost of self-appreciation. I don't feel shy of doing that. Now, while the data center providers will be busy in serving customers and building capacities, CII can play a very vital role in taking up a lot of initiatives with the government on behalf of the data center industry. So people like Sharad will play dual role in that. Centralized government corridors for approvals. Today we work separately with MIDC, municipality, electricity boards, and other statutory bodies. Effective implementation of data center policy. Different states have their data center policies at different levels of implementation maturity. Availability of land parcels in strategic locations for data center hubs. And of course, to remove bottlenecks and provide incentives for adoption of renewable power. I'm confident that under the current leadership of CII will do their best to address all these aspects. Once data center industry benefits and the ecosystem expands, it will create a larger market and promote movement of Asia Pacific and even global workloads into India. So we are all very hopeful, and with all this hope, we are investing continuously in this space. And at the last, I want to thank CIA once again. Thank you, Sharad, for inviting me in this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kamalnath, for such an insightful talk and sharing your thoughts with all of us.